Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a ratings battle I had in my Caernarvon Action 10 on New Bay. Now, if you'll recall back from the tutorial I did on this tank several months back, I said this is probably one of the best tier 8s in the game, and in my opinion, I think it's probably the best tier 8 in the game still. So, I probably should have mentioned this during my in-shop review, but if you don't have this tank, I would honestly just recommend holding off, not buying anything in shop, and getting this when it comes out. Because it is, yeah, as I said, probably the best tier 8 in the game. The 252 is great. The 252 is very noob friendly, but in my opinion, this tank is better. But anyway, let's talk about this match here. So we came up to B and C cap. We made sure someone took C. I really just like to get ahead and get my damage out quickly, so I didn't want to have to be the one who's sitting back and capping. I figured a TD or a slower heavy could do that, because I've already pumped out close to 800 damage here, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was sitting back and capping. So I wanted to get out and make the most out of my DPM in the early stages of this battle. And we're already over 1,000 damage, and we're just like a minute into the match, which is a great result for the start of this battle. It looks like we're getting overwhelmed on A, so we're going to need to make a push here on this flank and take it quickly. I'm sort of just working this angle here. I don't want to push too far too early on, because they do have a fair amount of guns here that could do some damage, and I want to conserve my HP because we're still pretty early on in this match. But IS hits me, so I'm very willing to poke now and use my crazy damage per minute to farm this guy. We've already put in like 2 or 3 shells into him, and we get another one in. Unfortunately, he hits us, and then the T-25 also shoots us, so I lost a little more HP there than I would have wanted to. And some people say not to sidescrape in the Action 10, and I would say that there are a few exceptions like that. You have thick tracks which can block shells, but because we got flanked by the Centurion there, we've already lost a lot of HP. So I'm going to try and hold this corner here, but I'm already thinking that this is probably not going to be a win. As you can see, the SU has a ton of hit points left, their Centurion has a lot of HP, and they have a T-49 over there. We're down a kill, and they have 2 caps. And at this point, I'm just going to try and farm, hopefully get top on my team so I don't lose as many points, or maybe just gain a couple of ratings points this match. So I'm just working this corner. I don't want to poke out on this this SU because that Centurion wasn't spotted. He is now, so I'm not afraid of poking out there and getting a shot. But yeah, I'm still trying to be a little careful here. Luckily the SU wasn't ready for us to pull around the corner, and I was going to try and drive up alongside him, but he stopped right at the corner, so I couldn't do that. And fortunately he does not do a whole lot of damage with his shot there. This Centurion seems to be a little confused, so we're able to use our great damage per minute, get several shells into him, even setting him on fire. And we wiggle a little bit there, pull a bounce, and we've just obliterated this poor Centurion. He bounces us again, and we get the kill. And now, it's a 2 versus 1. So, just staying in the fight is so important. I didn't give up, I kept fighting, which is something you should always do. And now I'm going to try and pull a win on this match, because the IS-5 has a decent amount of hit points. I'm obviously, as you can see, I'm on 21 hit points, so the T-49 doesn't even have to hit me. He can just splash close to me and I'll be dead. So I don't want to play too aggressive. I want to use my IS-5 to spot for me, and that tank has good enough armor that the T-49 will have trouble penning him. So I'm hoping that he can spot for me, but I don't want him to go too far away, because if he gets too far away and we split up, T-49 can just come up, HE me, I'm done. So I don't want to be frontline, but I'm also trying to just play with my teammate here, which is a great thing to do in public matches as well as ratings. Just finding another decent player who you can rely on and help you in a battle. So hang on, let's pull this up really quick. I just want to shout out Antarsis. I think that's, I'm not sure if that's how his name is pronounced, but I want to shout this guy out. He was a great teammate this battle, so thank you. And shout out to the Havoc clan as well. This guy was a great help in this battle. T-49 still not spotted, and that's okay. He's taking B cap, and I'm going to pause this super fast. He's taking the B side, and so he has shots all the way down this lane to their spawn. and I am sitting over here on C. I'm able to look down this way, and I was hoping that I could also see spots up to the bridge here, but I don't want to get too exposed, so I could poke over this ridge here and use my turret, and I'm telling him to stay there because at this point the T-49 can't flank us if we have all those sides covered, because behind us is the map border, and the T-49 obviously isn't going to come from there. So we're playing this to our advantage. We have these two caps, and so we're going to use them and force the T-49 to push us where we'll see him when he pokes. And so IS-5 had the same great idea. He says, watch C, I'm watching C. The T-49 fluffs his shot. IS-5 hits him. I'm going to try and squeeze in between the gap here and get a shot. And I do. RNG's good, and we get the shot there. And I don't want to push all the way on the T-49, obviously, because I have 21 HP. And my plan here is to drive up on this hill and get over this bridge. Well, that was my plan, but I saw the T-49 coming, and I just didn't react in time. I should have gone down the hill faster, but that's okay. T-49's coming. We know where he is, and if I don't get him, the IS-5 surely will. And we're also hopefully going to win on caps, even if I get HE'd here. I shoot through the tree, and that was a very poor decision on my part. I did not know that you couldn't shoot through those trees. T-49 narrowly misses and we get our shot, but that allows us to reload and put another shell into him and get a win. So that was an amazing result for being on 21 hit points for like half of that match. So we finish with ace tanker, high caliber, steel wall, I would hope, for the absolute bludgeoning we endured during that match. 4,537 damage, and this was actually during my calibration, so you won't see any rating stuff. Obviously had to give this guy a thumbs up, so this guy's a really good player, so I'm glad that he was on my team for that. Yeah, that's about all I got to say for this match. It was really fun to play. I got a little frustrated at losing so much HP on that corner so fast, but you just got to stay in the fight, stay cool, and keep playing smart, and you'll take down a lot of games like that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this pretty crazy replay. I don't know how I survived that. I should not have, but you know, RNG is on your side sometimes. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.